Hello YouTube, it's your friendly Cruppeteer, and some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. And today is no exception, because it's day 3 of Steven Bomb, all week long. And, yep, I was wrong. Today is not the 2-part episode. That's gonna be tomorrow's vlog. I was wrong. What? Cruppeteer was wrong about something. That never happens. It happens quite frequently. Ask anybody who knows me. But, yep, so there you have it. Just telling you now. Sorry that I said that yesterday. So, yep, tomorrow's will be the 2-part vlog thing that was going to happen. But today we have political power to look at. And in this episode, when trying to make the little toothpaste-filled Orbeez that Peridot sent down to Earth to, repair the stuff, one of the ones that they captured, trying to make it wire up so it has a chance to fight against Peridot's team when they do come to Earth, continuing the message we got at the end of last episode. Pearl wipes out all the electricity in the entire city, and pretty much that's it. The lights are off in the entire city. So Mayor Dewey, as you might remember from, we see him a few times, but this is his first major role. So Mayor Huey, Louie, Stewie, and Dewey comes over, and he says, stuff like this can't happen. They can't go an entire day without power, because during the day it's all fun and games, but come the night, when the sun sets, the city does too, in a world. And Liam Neeson's probably in the movie adaptation of that. It just seems like a movie Liam Neeson would be in. Liam Neeson. The only good movie you were in was Lego Movie. Unless there was one he was in that was good. I can't think of any. Right below if you know any. But that's not what we're talking about. So, after actually a pretty funny scene about the gems being mistaken for Steven's sisters, and Mayor Dewey saying that he likes Pearl pretty much, which is it's just funny. It's just funny because Pearl's not attractive. Anyway, we learn that, Mayor Huey has to go around and work on damage control, which is assuring all the patrons of each city that everything is awesome, everything is cool when you're part of a team. 2 Lego Movie references and 1 vlog. This is going great already. So they go around, they tell, Lars and Sadie that everything's cool, except their freezer. Whoop whoop segues. Except their freezer, which is not working, so it ain't cool, and all the ice cream is melting, which I guess raises the question that why would they be selling ice cream at a donut shop? But the first episode of the series is about a ice cream sandwich that they buy at the Big Donut, and I've been to Martha's Vineyard enough times to know that yes, donut and ice cream stores are not only a thing, but one of the best things on earth, and that is a true fact. Look it up. But, they assure that, and they give him, little glow sticks and pins. And when Steven learns that Mayor Huey, Louie, Stewie, and Dewey doesn't really know when the power's going to come back on, he's like, what the heck, man? To which Mayor Fresh Mountain Dew tells him that, and it actually really smart, as someone who isn't that involved in politics, I make political cartoons, I guess, a really smart kind of way of telling how the government works. Like, he's the mayor. He's practically an enigma. I mean, think of The Nightmare Before Christmas. The mayor, who's the best character in that movie, and I will stand by that fact. The mayor's like, I'm an elected official. I can't make decisions by myself. And it's true. You own a town, and sometimes, like, my town doesn't have a mayor. My town doesn't have a lot of things. But a mayor is definitely one of them. They have, like, a board of selectmen, and when you do have a mayor, what's a mayor going to do? He's an enigma. I mean, I've seen Benedict Cumberbatch try to break easier enigmas than mayors, and it was a Smart Guy reference. That wasn't a Smart Guy reference. It was a movie reference to a Smart Guy reference, and now I'm babbering. But he is an enigma, and he can't really make. Not that he doesn't have the power to make decisions, it's just that it's not like he's like, oh, I don't want to make decisions. No, he can't make decisions. If he wants this to happen, what's he gonna do? He has to probably take it up with with the state Congress kind of thing, and then maybe they have to take it up to the, country Congress kind of thing, and just because they want a stop sign at a certain intersection at 22nd Main Street in Ocean City or Beach City. No, I mean, that's a lot of work for something so small, and being a leader of a I guess not colony, but, I'm going to call it a colony, but it's a town. Being the leader of a colony, as appointed as you may seem, you really don't have any more power than the next guy, besides, save maybe a few decisions here or there that other people can't make. But anyway, he pretty much says, some stuff like that, in a really good scene, actually. And then he assures all of the cameos in Beach City. It's true, it is. All the cameos in Beach City that everything is going to be alright. Don't you worry. 3 little birds going to be on your doorstep and all that fun stuff. And all the residents of Beach City are, fine and dandy to hear that. So, Steven's pretty much done his service of, helping the mayor. And so he goes home and hears all the gems talking about, what to do when Peridot comes. Continuing, Lapis Luigi's message from the last episode. And he... I keep doing that. And that's, he hears that, and when he wants to talk about it, the gems kind of direct the conversation into a new way. They want to play cards. So, Steven doesn't want to play cards, so he goes back to see how Mayor Fresh Mountain Dew is doing. And it turns out that the cameos in Beach City are very mad because there's no power back, and it's the end of the day, and they promised they'd have their power back. So they, they go all crazy. They start, pushing over his van and everything like that. To which Steven gets up. He says, "No, hey teacher, leave these kids alone." He gives this nice speech about how he's only doing, how Mayor Lon Du is only doing this to, make the people, feel more assured, feel safer, and that they can probably live without electricity, because I don't know, stuff like that. It's not like an environmental message, but it's more of you don't need electricity to have a good time, but electricity sure does benefit having a good time. I mean, what are you doing right now? You're watching me blabber on about an episode, and how are you doing that? Through ways of electricity. And while I can highly doubt you're having a good time watching this, that is true, electricity helps having a good time. It's like, money can't buy you love, but it can buy you things you can love, kind of those complications. So, Steven realizes that the only reason that Mayor Dewey was trying to protect the citizens of Beach City from the fact that she doesn't know when the power's going back on is because he truly loves the residents of Beach City, which he makes the connection with the crystal gems not telling him anything about Peridot, because, obviously the crystal gems are scared of what's going to happen, and they're scared. They don't want to scare Steven. So Steven goes in. Steven, he's like, I want to know what happens. And so the gems admit pretty much a very underwhelming but pretty down-to-earth, really serious thing. They don't know what's going to happen, and they're scared too. And then the lights go back on for no reason at all, and then all the lights in Beach City go back on. Okay, the end doesn't make any sense, but besides that, it's a really good episode, and especially what I like about this episode, which you probably won't realize until Steven himself makes the connection at the end, is that everything that happens with the mayor is a metaphor for what's happening with the gems, and as at times unsubtle as it can be, it actually does have some really subtle moments. Like the mayor's scared; he doesn't know what's going to happen. The light, all the lights in the city aren't working. The gems are scared; they don't know what's going to happen. Peridot's coming to Earth with all kinds of technology they can't even wrap their heads around. It's scary. Yeah, it's scary. And the metaphor they make, while Mayor Huey, Louie, Dewey, and Stewie is made up, kind of to be a joke character, and he is, he's still the I don't know, politician with a big red face, and he's sweating all the time, and he only does things for the good, to make people re-vote for him or something. It's just a really good metaphor, and a metaphor that I didn't expect to see or really feel like an emotion for a character that's pretty much just a joke character, being the mayor. And of course, I think it's safe to assume that the 2-part episode tonight and tomorrow's vlog will be about the either leading up to the fight for with Peridot, or the fight with Peridot, or something that will have to do with the fight for Peridot. And I think we can all say that we can't wait to see that. But while we're stuck with this episode, not that it's a bad thing, this was a very, very good episode, and I'm really liking the continuation of genuinely good episodes. I mean, sure, last vlog's episode wasn't the best, but the one before that was good, and it's just really been a continuation, a stream of very well done episodes, and this one's no exception. Something my girlfriend pointed out in the last video is that she says that if there were more gems on the good side, you know, being Steve and Pearl, all that, then it would probably be a much bigger fight. There would probably be a lot more that happens. Even though I did answer her question in the last video, I think I should address here that, well, it would be, well, that is a very valid point, and I'm not just saying that because she's my girlfriend. No, that is a very valid point, and I didn't even think about that. But it's true that it probably would be more interesting if there were more people on Steven's side. However, I have a feeling that the citizens of Beach City, probably Connie, definitely the Lion, are gonna somehow help, like, fight them away. Steven sees some concealed laser light cannons in one scene in this episode, and he kind of looks at them as if to say, yes, we're probably going to use those. So expect to see more laser light cannons, probably used in the battle. And most of all, if there were more gems, there's 3 already. It's not that like that's a lot, but whatever. There are 3 gems already, and if they added more gems, that would be cool. You know, cool to see more gems. Plenty of tumblers would be generated from that one, but there would be a lot of time you'd have to devote to making their character, seeing how they interact with Steven, how they interact with Garnet, how they interact with blah. Even though I've never thought about this until this comment came up, I think only 3 gems is not only a very wise choice because it gives the viewer time to see how they react with each person, probably in an episode, but it gives, you know, it means 3 characters probably give, I don't know, maybe 10 episodes for all of them, and you probably have their personalities established, and their characters established, and then grown on with more episodes when you just see them physically, you know, merely interacting with people. And so there you have that point. And I had a note about this episode. Oh yeah, one more note about this episode is that again with the awesome illumination and the shading, the last scene where Steven walks inside and the fire's on and they're just sitting there playing cards. Even though it's not the same kind of illumination we see when they're trying to emphasize the emotion on a character's face by making the shadows reflect off, you know, the curves and edges, it is like a very fine, a very beautiful illuminated scene, especially from the fire, which I've never mentioned before, but in episodes like The Island Adventure or the one where Connie and Steven are roasting marshmallows, the fire in this show looks really, really nice. Not like it doesn't look like actual fire, but it looks like pixelated kind of fire, like most of the effects in this show, and it looks really nice. And it usually sets off a really nice effect, too. So, besides that, nothing else I can say. So I really like this episode, especially the depth they give a joke character and the incredible, okay, not incredible, but the very wise metaphor between something as silly as a mayor, something as silly as politics, I guess, to something as serious as probably the fate of the entire world. So, I will see you guys tomorrow for the actual 2-parter episode, and this time I ain't lying, yo. Well, we'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you didn't, I'll probably cry, so subscribe. Chicka chicka.